Hello there and welcome back to Spain. Last time we did some colonization. We did mess up the Aztecs and Cherokee a little bit to secure the coastline, and we'll most likely deal with the Incas now. Simply get them, take them more or less. And I think I'll just go ahead and try to core as much as I can. Simply get my coring list a little bit smaller, I guess I could say. I will probably also create a bigger army and navy down the line as well. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, we're preparing for a war against the Incas. And other than that, not really that much to report. We will be fighting the... my apologies, Burgundy. I think rather soon. I'm a little bit unsure how many men they actually have right now. 93,000. They do have very little manpower. So what I could do here is potentially go for a straight out war against them. I'm a little bit unsure who they're allied with though. Allied with Russia, Savoy and Pomerania. The fact that they're allied with Russia is kind of scary, but Russia is all the way over here and mostly up here, so it's not really a problem. They will most likely not be able to march their troops over to Burgundy to actually help. They could potentially send someone in some small ships, not really big ships, but it should be fine even so. With that in mind, I think we'll actually go ahead and go for a straight out war now against Burgundy. And hopefully we can drag in someone else with me, but I kind of doubt it. But at the very least, if I am able to fight Burgundy right now and get them, basically get them done, that would be enough to secure things. Iroquois has entered the military coalition against me. Not an issue at all. We'll not be fighting them for a while, so I can live with that at the very least. But as I said, now we'll be focusing on, or preparing, and also focusing to some extent here for the war against Burgundy. We'll be trying to screw them over to the extent that I can actually start getting some things done, more or less. As far as I believe, they have 100k troops. I basically the same or a little less now, as I see on the front lines here. So I should potentially fetch someone from the New World. Potentially allow myself to save up some cash. 7 colonies. Have I sent an extra colonist now to create a colony? I have. So I might go one down on the colonies just to should be done rather soon. So yeah, we'll wait a little bit longer, and then we'll be declaring the war for virtually the war against Burgundy. They shouldn't be able to recover their manpower too much, and I can potentially create some more forces in that amount of space. And also they're fabricating claims on me, so I should potentially do the same thing, because I'm pretty sure I do not... Yeah, I do have the Imperial Liberation, so I have a plethora of casus belli to choose from. I'm a little bit unsure how much... let's see, I'm pretty sure I actually get 100% aggressive expansion, so that's too bad. As such, I will actually just fabricate a claim on... how much is the cost? 75% cost, then we'll do that simply because it's cheaper. But... yeah, I will be preparing, as I said, war on the Incas, and I'll probably just go ahead and declare it. Split these guys into 2 armies, and we'll be marching them through the lands of the Inca and basically take it all. So I'll just declare war and annex them. So we'll see how this goes. Should be a quick and easy affair. As you can see, we have full annexation of the Incas completed, and that should help out a little bit as well. All that remains now is to get the, how should I put this? To get everything cored and converted. That is basically all that's on my plan. Cherokee entered the military coalition against me. That basically means that everything in the New World is currently out to get me. Austria has left the military coalition. Good, probably due to the fact that I'm conquering land up here. But I do have some rebel issues in terms of, I'll have 6 colonies running now apparently. I can live with that out too though. I think the colony down here apparently got destroyed. It did. So I'll be running with 7 colonies for the time being. A couple of reasons for that. First of all, due to the fact that I need money to be able to fund my armies and to keep them at full morale now, because apparently these particularists are kind of a pain to deal with. So I'll have to do that. Unfortunately, I cannot hire that court painter. It would be very tempting to take a loan to do it, perhaps. Let's see, how are my money doing? Or my inflation doing? Probably not a good idea. Yeah, we'll decline his services for now, although it would have been good if I had the money. So that's another reason why you shouldn't blow it all as I did. on. Well, you shouldn't blow it all at one place, as I did when I hired or created those ships, and also when I built those armories. But that doesn't really matter right now. What we will be doing, however, is getting my ships set up and placed, and send them out on duty, I guess. And I think I should also try and get some something else. And I'll probably I'll just send them to Seville for now. But yeah, we'll keep on focusing on this. The tariffs is nearly at full. I need to build even more ships, but it's kind of risky considering that I'm over my force limits, and thus it will be extremely expensive to keep this any higher. So apparently the trade power has something to do with how much you actually are investing in your trade ships or your navy. So I'll just keep that at full, or I'll keep it a little bit low for the time being. And I'll probably degrade to simply 6 colonies now when we are on the upbrink for the war against the Burgundians. But as you can see, I got military technology 16, which allows me to get artillery fire +1, artillery shock +0.10, charge infantry, and I can now build arsenals along with a increase in combat width. And this combined with the fact that I now have, well, apparently my troops didn't get an upgrade, but I can live with that. I think I should be able now to at least show Burgundy some kind of trouble. So we'll see how it all turns out. But for now, I'll be focused more on getting control over the New World. And I think potentially I should save my money to, or my points in this case, get it up to level 14 so I can get my gain some cores, rebels in Cusco. So yeah, I'll have to deal with these guys, the particularists, for a while, but I should be fine thanks to the full military, what's it called? Having full military, not focus, but maintenance. That's the word, maintenance. So it should be fine for the time being. But I'll be saving my admin points, as I said, to well, apparently they're rising a lot of particularists, so I need to kill them off rather quickly, and it should be all fine. So I'll deal with this, and we'll see how things turn out. I'll also limit myself to 6 colonies, as I have now. So we'll see how things turn out. I simply need to find the colonies that doesn't have a colonist and send them there. So I'll be saving up money and preparing for my war here against the Burgundy guys. I guess we are ready for war against Burgundy, but as you can see, if I just run very few colonies, in this case 5, I am making 37 ducats over my force limits, both of my force limits, and basically I'm still doing pretty well. So I can hire some better advisors, for example. That could help out a little bit, but nothing really that I want to do right now. For the time being, we'll declare war on Burgundy with a goal here. Allied with Poland, Pomerania, Savoy, and Russia. Savoy will probably join in. Cologne will join in. Congo, no. I don't want any one of those to join in. If Cologne joins in, they'll probably just get annexed. So for the time being, we'll simply go for taking Sundgau. I think that is the closest, or Franche-Comté. That is the closest point of... yeah, that is definitely the closest point. Pretty sure Ferrara and Mantua can deal with Savoy. If not, I'll simply have to send some of my own forces. Siege Piedmont, then I'll have them peace out. Poland and Pomerania could potentially be a kind of an issue, but Russia I hopefully think will not be. So we'll see how this turns out. But I'll declare war, and we lost a point of stability, which I did not think about. So we'll boost it back to full. A little bit stupid here. Multi chance of another uprising. This is mostly due to the fact that, well, Spain gets increased decentralization, lose 20 prestige. I'll probably be fine for the time being. So as I said, we'll be, or as it is right now, we'll be marching into Burgundy here. I'll simply siege my way forth, keep the front lines in, well, some sort of pattern. I will see how it goes. It should be just fine, but we'll see if I can win this or not. Apparently, Savoy had 24,000 men. That's a lot more than I honestly expected. So we'll have to see how this turns out. But for now, I'll simply go for sieging and slowly moving forth. We'll see how it turns out. As you can see here, the battles, or the first battle actually ended up pretty well here. The main problem is that there's 36,000 Polish soldiers in this area here, and they'll most likely start causing trouble for me. But we won all the battles on our side, and most of the troops now belong to Poland and Russia. So this war in this case, is virtually already over, and as such I wouldn't actually worry about how this will go. The only problem I have now is that I think I need to reinforce my armies. So I should potentially pull back a little while, and I should also start getting some new colonies up to make sure that things are going as planned. Apparently I didn't get my colony over, or colonist over there for some weird reason, but I can live with that. Let's see here. Where are my colonists? I need to send one of them home. Apparently one is over here, one is over there, and all of them are over here. Well, that's bad. I'll kidnap this one and have him set up a colony here. And I think I'll also sneak or steal 2,000 men from this army to protect the colony, just in case. What I can upgrade in tech is diplomatic or diplomacy tech. Will not be doing that though. I want to get this war over with or done first. So with that in mind, we'll continue and we'll see how it all ends up. At this stage, it's actually quite tempting to try and get Poland out of this war, mostly due to the fact that they do have a lot of troops in the area, and that my troops need to actually retreat to reinforce pretty soon. I'm currently sieging some Savoyan lands here in the hopes that they will quit, but I'm pretty sure that if I get Poland out of this, things will look quite a lot better. So what we will be doing here, I think, is offer a tribute, where I will be giving up Ferrara as a vassal. They don't actually serve any purpose as a vassal other than help me a little bit with income and such. Brandenburg, Mantua and Trier are much more worth. But what I will have to do then is give up some money, quite a lot of money. But if I take a loan, it shouldn't actually be an issue at all. So we'll go for that. And with that, Poland is out of this war. And that means that Burgundy do still have quite a lot of troops, but they can't really use them for all they're worth, more or less. Well, at least I hope they can't. And it will definitely be, I should definitely try and retreat so I can, reinforce my armies, allow them to grow. Apparently they do have quite a high number of discipline, and that is currently causing me some issues when it comes to battle themselves. I also started the, coring of a lot of these provinces to try and avoid having to deal with the particularists, which should be beneficial to me. But I have no idea how this will actually work out, and I also have to deal with these other nationalists and all kinds of things. I think I need to reduce my war exhaustion perhaps, and yeah, we'll see how this actually ends up turning out. But they did at least retreat there, but for the time being I'll just send this army here back to, I'm pretty sure it will actually reinforce in Cholet, and if not then I will be in quite a disadvantage in this case. Let's see, deal with those particularists before you go. So yeah, it might have been a bad idea, or I should basically have preserved my manpower in a much better way before I started this. And I'm a little bit surprised here that Trier didn't actually. There they go. Trier and Ferrara are joining in, but I did lose that battle, and that is potentially now a very bad thing. That means that I will have to retreat. There is no other alternative. I'm a little bit unsure here what Savoy actually wants. There is no real Savoy holds Piedmont length of war, military strength. I can of course get those 35,000 troops back, and that should be a lot of a help. And also if I do get, I can just hire some mercenaries too. That is the funniest part about this. I can basically fight this war purely with mercenaries. I just take a loan or two more and I'm done. And I can, since this war seems to be dragging out, I'll take this diplomatic tech upgrade as well. The flute, level 10. Trade efficiency increased by 10%. So yeah, I could have fought this war a lot better. I thought if I simply kept, in some sense, a front line, I would be able to make it work. Apparently not, so that's quite bad. But hopefully now I can, to some extent, get what I want. As soon as my armies keep replenishing, I will be able to beat them back again. And as soon as the siege of this province is over, I'm pretty sure that I can peacefully siege or get rid of Savoy. And that means that it's only Russia that really has any troops to really help out in this war. So we'll see how that plan actually ends up turning up or about. So for now, sieging this, dealing with the rebels over in America, and we'll see how things go. There we go. Savoy is out of the war due to a white peace. Good for me, bad for them. And now I'm basically ready to do a counterattack here, where I'll be using mercenaries. This is something I actually should have prepared before the war began. I'll be using mercenaries basically to do the sieging for me. I'll not be using them for any other purpose. I'll simply have them siege, and or basically what I really should have done, as I might imagine, create 24,000 units in terms of mercenaries, and then use them for the sole purpose of sieging the land of my enemies here. And that would definitely have worked out to my advantage. But as things are now, I'm a little bit in trouble. So we'll see how it all turns out. I'll be using mercenaries, as I said, to siege, and I'll keep these guys at basically safe distances to prevent any other trouble. I'll also go ahead and accept these guys' demands. It'll make all of them disappear. I'll probably accept these guys' demands as well. It costs me some prestige, shouldn't be a problem. Once I get some more colonies up and going or finished, that will sort itself out. It's a little bit annoying that the 1% here still applies, but I have no idea where the Burgundy troops actually are going. And as you can see here, 200,000 they have left. And let's just take a quick look about how many of those actually are Russians. Half or 3/4 of those are Russians. So we'll be going ahead here, getting some more sieges up and going. And I'll be trying something quite dirty here. If I get I cannot get military access from the French. I should have, if I actually could have gotten that before, I could have stood in basically distance to help without any problems at all. Just purely by standing in the French lines, I wouldn't have gained any. Wow, I'm really starting to stutter. I wouldn't have gained any or lost any men due to it either. Simply standing in the French lands and preparing for battles. But as things are now, I'll have to do things a little bit differently. I think I'll simply allow these guys to... Well, can I get at least military access from these guys for the time being? I can, so we'll use that to my advantage at least. Place these guys in Dauphine, they'll suffer a little bit less. And what I can potentially do is get military access from Austria. Actually, I can probably ally them if I weren't at war. And having Austria as an ally in this war would definitely have improved my chances considerably. So for the time being, we'll simply have to live with how things are. And yes, everyone is joining into this battle, so we'll join our troops as well. Apparently they decided to run off. I'll try to be on the defensive side of basically every battle. That'll boost my chances quite a bit. And I think I'll just leave those 6,000 men and we'll retreat with everything else. I thought I left an army, apparently not. We'll leave those two. And otherwise we'll just be waiting for them to attack, and then we'll try and beat them back. But I'll unfortunately have to wait till next time. I'm basically out of time, so we'll continue our war against Burgundy there. And as I said, I could have handled this a lot better, but for the time being, this is basically the best I can do. So thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and hopefully I'll see you around next time. Bye.